Good morning and welcome to some of the last few bosses. Specifically, the hardest ones. I'm gonna start this off by using this special little thing. A cyber elf that cuts the boss's energy in half. Because even though this guy was not the reason I failed his mission, the platforming was, I would like to keep this fight both short and not getting rid of too much of my HP so that I can save it for the actual final battle. Interestingly, I can now control myself to dodge a bunch of little extra attacks as he dies. The only guardian in the whole thing that actually explodes when he dies. All the other ones just, like, you know, disappear. Kind of interesting. Oh hey, I should probably get some health while I'm here, especially to fill my energy tanks. What do you think? Unfortunately, that's not how it's going to work, apparently. And so I'm going to have to go without any actual more energy. Isn't that sad? Oh well, I think I did pretty just okay there. Fine. Yay for more cutscenes for me to go through. Ha! Pirate copy. That's ironic in an emulated game, but unfortunately for the creators, they didn't probably intend that irony, because of course they probably wanted to sell me this game, but oh well. So yeah, there are exactly 2 of this cyber elf in the whole game, and I'm going to use the other one now because it's the final boss, you know, and I'd like to make it not very difficult. Oh boy, that sure is an easy final boss, let me think. Hardy har har har. It sure isn't about to morph into a gigantic thing that takes up the whole stage and also morphs the stage and has a bunch of dumb attacks that would not work at all in real life, but are of course very, very annoying to gamers. Yay, it's time for the final boss fight, in which I will not fight it now because it's more dramatic to make you wait. So basically, good morning and all that. Good morning and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman 0, the final boss. I'm your host and you're my parasites, leeching off my experience points, because why else would you watch this? Okay. We all know that it's not for my legendary gaming skills, because if anyone told you those existed, then they were obviously joking. And in this battle especially, I need to not be LPing while I do this. The reason is, if I'm talking, I'm not listening to this guy. You can tell what he's doing by what he says before it, so it kind of helps me predict his attack patterns a little better. Not that it helps me come up with a good strategy for it, I see, or anything. But it's definitely very important when those things are going to show up, because I don't want to be above the pit then. Then I'll die. Crap. And I'm only a little behind, considering if I use the elf at the right time, I should pull ahead in terms of the balance of HP in me versus my opponent. Okay, that was just awesome. I did not mean to dodge those bullets, but hey, I'm not complaining. Crap. Still have to be careful, regardless any advantage that I might have. Normally I would be trying to be funny, but this is really a genuinely very difficult boss that I kind of need to focus on, and if I keep talking about the boss and not other things, then I will keep thinking about the boss, not other things. And so therefore I will be focused. That's my reasoning. First time I fought him, I had 1 HP left from the previous battle, so I could not afford to do that, and I just had to shoot him the whole time, and it just took so freaking long. But now, that wasn't so bad, was it? 4-minute final boss battle. Just like that other boss that we had fought, only I don't actually have to play. Because that's pretty much the end right there. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off right there. Good morning. Good morning, here's your last cutscene on Let's Play Megaman 0. Yeah, I've never played the Mega Man X series, so this whole thing stopped making sense a long time ago, but that's okay. This is still a very cool little sub-series of the Mega Man games. Yeah, that's Zero being awesome. And this is get the credits, which have awesome music, but unfortunately they scroll really slow, so I'm going to have to talk you through this because otherwise you'll get bored. So yeah, this has been quite a fun little Let's Play for me, and hopefully for you too. The whole 5-minute episodes thing has been quite interesting, and I think it worked out very nicely with most of the missions that I had to go through. Some spots were a little patchy. I admit that I basically fudged this game and used the extra stuff that you can get after beating the game the first time to my advantage, and I still did really bad at it, and occasionally I did a couple of takes for the purpose of not having to die a bunch of times, but I was still fairly honest in the fact that I left in a couple of deaths. The first one was just the ridiculous one where I was in the middle of training and just not thinking, and the other one was the part where I decided at the beginning of the mission that if I die on the platforming, then I'm just going to fail the mission, because I just can't do that platforming. The last level is actually easier in terms of platforming than that, even when it does have spikes, in my opinion, because there just aren't a bunch of pits to fall in all the time, and the enemies are decidedly easier to manage and stuff. So yeah, and now they randomly change between all caps and regular capitalization temporarily. Really weird stuff going on. Gee, saying all Capcom staff sure doesn't leave out most people, right? And tell you that about 99% of the people making this game are not in the credits at all, but that's pretty much the way most games are, although I don't think that games should have big production staffs. Plus, I don't think that this is... I mean, this is a very well programmed game, obviously, but I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'll just save. No reason to. Or not to. And here's the actual title screen, which you didn't see in the beginning at all. And that's the end of our Let's Play of Mega Man Zero. Hope you had fun. Good morning!